I'm sure. Sorry, I took this too there. No, you take it.
In about 2.5 minutes, I'm gonna start shaking anyway. Can only check so much gear. Left the tripod.
For those that just joined us, if you check your cell phones, make sure they're on silence. Coach, if we could start by getting your assessment of tonight's game.
Well, the first assessment is we had a tough first quarter, and I loved how we battled back, and we gave ourselves a great chance down the stretch, and just weren't able to finish it. Two great teams out there, and Idaho is a really tough basketball club, and only one team gets to finish this whole thing. So I'm just tremendously proud of this team and this program, and these two next to me being our three seniors being a part of the winningest program in MSU basketball history. So I think I'm trying to focus on so much good, because there was a lot of good in this game, especially those three quarters.
I have to identify myself since the Pluto.
Okay. Hi, Coulter.
Coulter Nuara, Sky Sports. Tricia, you fall down 16 points early, but then you scrap all the way back. The first two games today, we saw big comebacks as well. Did you have the sense of belief all along that you guys would continue to fight to the end?
Regardless of the other games, there's no way that this team is going to give up and not fight, especially when you have these seniors on the floor. And the first time around, Idaho jumped on us, and we weren't able to get back in that game. And today we did. I thought our defense really picked up and had tremendous energy. We created some steals and deflections, got us going on the offensive end, and we started making plays. And that's the Montana State basketball team that we know, and really proud of that effort.
Michael Applegate, those the Daily Chronicle coach. What do you think went into that first quarter? You were still kind of close, though. There was a couple sparks in there, but what do you think slowed you guys down in that first quarter?
Well, Idaho's a team you can't really take multiple possessions of not putting points on the board, really, to be honest. And we did knock down some shots, and we had opportunities to do so. And it's not one of those teams you want to try to trade baskets with. And just a little bit cold in that first quarter. But like you said, we kept ourselves in it, and we chipped away, and that's what you have to do. It's a game of momentum. And we talked a lot about in each timeout that the momentum swings, and we got to build off that momentum in our favor.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments in that second, third quarter there where they were hitting shots and you were exchanging with them. How intense was this offensively? Was this two teams who looked like they were in rhythm throughout the game? What was it like just to coach?
Well, it was a really fun game to coach. When you see guys gals in the timeout, and they're responding, and they're making things happen, they're making plays happen, they're executing what you're asking them to do. And what I loved the most was just how active we were defensively, how hard that they played, and how hard they played for each other. This team loves each other so much. They just have great chemistry, and the things that they're willing to do for each other out there, I was so proud of.
Delany, it seems like you guys did a good job on Mikayla Ferenz for most of the game, but Taylor Pierce hitting a lot of step back threes. How difficult is that when you do have a hand in somebody's face and you still make a shot?
I think it doesn't matter who we're guarding out on the court. I think that it's team defense. It's not about individual players, and other girls stepped up, and that's what March is about. It's other people stepping up, and I think her teammates did a really good job of finding their own shots when she wasn't hitting, and that's what separates great teams.
Hannah, we've been talking all year about the freshmen and their contributions. You and Laura had a couple nice possessions where you fed her on those pick and rolls. And even Martell got going there for a little time. Can you describe their contributions to this game, and what did they mean in this one?
Yeah, they were huge contributors to this game, both of them, and Ashley, everybody, even bench players. It's a full team effort, especially when you're playing one of the top teams in the conference. So I'm really proud of them. It's hard to step in and go right into having to play a big time role, and especially in the tournament. So I'm proud of what they did. I thought Laura had a great game. I thought Tori has been clutch all year. She stepped up when we needed her to, and she did again today. But the outcome was the outcome. So.
Hannah, you trailing by 14 at the end of the third quarter, you go on a nice 12-2 run to cut it to 2. What was going well during that stretch? How are you guys able to do it?
I think we just had an aggressive mindset. I think that Coach Harris made some adjustments on defense that we stuck to pretty well. I thought that all of our coaches just got it in our heads that this could be our last game. We got to fight to the finish, and yeah, on the offensive end, we were just aggressive, and everyone, no one was hesitant, and everyone was just looking for their shot, and I think we took time to look for good shots.
Yeah, Coach, down the stretch, we did.
We drew it up for an ISO or a 3. So I thought she made a really good read. And shot just didn't go. You know, sometimes it's the way it goes, but I'm proud of her for taking the shot and being aggressive and looking for it. It was a great look for us.
Mike Stephenson with KHQ in Spokane. Delany, I know you and Hannah were so excited to come and play college ball together, and I know the career just ended moments ago, but I wonder if you can put into words what it meant to go to Bozeman alongside Hannah and have so much success, like Coach said, the best teams in program history.
Well, that's what Hannah and I came here for, to develop a program. You're gonna make me cry again, dude. Come on. God, I knew something was coming. No, I just think that we came and got the job done. I mean, leaving the program as the winningest program in history, I think that's amazing. We'll definitely go down the record books for that, and it's really cool to see how much the program has grown since we've been there. Our attendance is off the charts. I think we're second in the Big Sky now with home attendance, and I'm just so proud of the fact that I've gotten 2 rings. I think that's really awesome, and obviously playing alongside her was, you can't ask for anything better than that. So.
What about you, Hannah?
I'm just going to say same thing, say all the same. I think it's really cool what we've done to help the program, but there's a bunch of other people involved in that as well. So shout out to them. But I mean, playing with Delany, and we've already talked about this a few times, but I just don't think there's anything better than going into college with someone that you knew before and that you had good chemistry with, and just like building every single year, every single day. And we've had hard times. We've fought, like all this stuff. We've roomed together. That didn't work out well. But we've stayed so close and best friends throughout this whole thing. And I wish it would have ended differently. But I think us two, together, we've achieved so much here, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else.
I wouldn't have said they were role players the last couple of years, but they've both been starters. And I think it is for sure an adjustment. They both had to step into some more scoring roles for sure, and just their willingness to adapt and make the changes for us to put the best product on the floor, capable of being successful. I think that having willing kids that are all in makes coaching really fun. First of all, Hannah's been a point guard with 3 different offenses that she's had to make work, and yet she's going down as the assist leader in MSU history, broke 500. You have Delany, who I've changed from 2 to 3 to a 4 and asked her to do multiple roles her entire career and never backed away from anything that was hard. And I think those are 2 2 great examples for our underclassmen to see what it takes to achieve and be successful. And I know our senior class is going to be very successful.
It's easily been just chalked up to a rebuilding year. And how did you guys turn it into a 16-15 winning season?
I think people that believe and know how to win. 16-15 is probably not the record that we all believe we were capable of. And I think we could have been more consistent. I think probably the last couple of weeks, our team knew how hard it is and how hard you have to play to be consistent every single day. And the team did that tonight. I thought we showed it for 3 really great quarters. And we've had those sparks, and these 2 have lived it. Our senior class has lived that. And we did have a lot of youth, but I also think the youth grew up a lot this year based on the experience that they had around them and the examples they got to learn from. So even though some people thought we were rebuilding, we believed, and we've been the best team on the floor at nights. Just wasn't our night. Idaho was great.
It was a heck of a game, I thought. Quite a battle. Loved the way we came out in that first quarter without rest. You always worry when you get the bye how you're going to come out and how you're going to start, but I thought we came out with a lot of energy, shooting the ball well, defended fantastically in that first quarter. I think that really set the tone. We led from start to finish and never let them get in front.
Coach Coulter and Delany, Scouting Sports, as well as the Big State Conference. We sat next to each other during the game right before, and you watched a crazy comeback. So on a neutral site, I mean, how important is it to remember that no lead is safe?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we kept telling you. We talked about at the timeouts. It was like, hey, this is our game. It's okay. They're making a run. They're coming back. You know, they're a very talented basketball team, and we knew that. But you know, we also felt confidence ourselves, and I knew I could tell at the timeouts that you know, our players believed that we were going to win this basketball game, and that was huge for us.
Mikayla, you shot so well on this court before. What was your mindset coming into this game, and what did it feel like in your first couple?
You know, it felt good. Shoot around felt good today. Just coming in, you have to have the mindset that every shot you take is going to go in. And my coaches have so much confidence in me and my teammates as well. So, you know, every shot I let go, in my head it's going in. So just to see the ball go in, you know, helps my confidence for the next games moving forward.
Mikayla, it seemed like they were really limiting you in the first half, but then you were able to get going down the stretch. What were they doing early, and then how were you guys able to close this thing out, even though they rallied so hard?
Yeah, no, they did a really good job on me. I felt like I couldn't get anything in the first half, but in the second half, we executed. My teammates set great screens, got me the ball when I was open. So, yeah, but MSU had a great comeback.
Michael Applegate goes into the Chronicle coach. They all of a sudden they don't shoot really great in the first quarter, but from then on it seemed like they kind of found their rhythm. What did they do to maybe start getting on the right end of things? And how did you guys respond to their charge?
They looked like they were, excuse me, running I thought they did a great job of running their offense. You know, the pick and roll was big for them. You know, Caudill does a great job with that pick and roll. She always has. You know, and you know, I would say working with Stockton all those years, you know, that she's worked with Jon has really elevated her game. And I think, you know, they were doing some things, and then we changed our defense up a little bit, and I thought that finally slowed them down. But they were in a rhythm, and we needed to get them out of that rhythm for sure, because when they get going, we know they can get going. There's no question about that. You see all those double-figure scores they had tonight as well.
Yeah, can you describe what defensive shift that you made?
Well, we decided to, you know, to mix it up. We were going through screens over screens, you know, instead of just doing the same thing that we wanted to stick with, and change some people around, put some people on different people, and just different things that we've talked about in our scout, and if they started doing X, we were going to do Y, you know, things like that. So I loved our adjustments that we made defensively down the stretch.
Taylor, you've been able to shoot, both you and Mikayla, the three really well this season. Now, again, Big Sky record setting career record this year. You know, you got over 300 now. Just what does that mean? And you've got a whole another year.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I never came into the program looking to kind of set personal records, but you know, Coach runs a lot of plays for us, and my teammates set screens, and I have had great point guards these last 3 years who've been able to give me the ball. So, you know, it's a great accomplishment. I feel really good to be up there with some of the best, but you know, I also have a pretty good one behind me. So we'll see if I can hold on to it with her.
On that note, Mikayla, they cut it to 2. She steps up and hits one. Squires answers, but then you hit one right back. Did you feel like you needed another answer after she extended the lead?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really a competition between me and Taylor, but I wanted to win, and I knew I needed to step up and hit big shots, and Taylor and I both hit shots. Montana State hit big shots, so we had to answer, and yeah, I saw my opportunity and I took it.